Hey everyone, my name's Corey Trudeau, and I lead our technology strategy team here at Merkle. And today we're going to talk about how we build customer first experiences that are powered by Adobe. So, not sure if you guys understand why this is so relevant, but we are on the cusp of a new digital transformation. There is so much innovation in the marketplace. You hear about AI every day, and the cost of failure, the cost of not doing anything about all this innovation, it's only going to increase because things are moving really quickly. And what we found today is that 33% of marketing technology capabilities are not being utilized. And what that means is that people are buying technology, they're buying platforms, and they're not quite implementing them correctly, or there's a learning curve, or they're not meeting their expectations. So there's a huge opportunity here to take advantage of the platforms and technologies you already have in place. And this is super relevant for all the organizations today because it's important to understand that behind good businesses that drive these customer first experiences are technology teams that behave differently. And what I mean by that is that a lot of organizations, it's very visible when they're doing well. You can see it. They're consistently delivering new capabilities and digital services. You can understand that the customer experience is connected behind all these touch points, and that they're managing their costs so that they can reinvest and do innovative things like advance into web-free technologies or something like that. So those are very visible representations on how companies are doing things well. But what people don't see is how those technology teams are operating and behaving differently. So behind that, you see that there's an infrastructure that's built for change. Core IT functions are moving fast, and they're very flexible and can embrace these new technologies. That the operating model behind these teams, they're not operating in their platform silos, that they're working across the technologies and making sure things are connected. And lastly, that their behaviors are different, that IT teams are partnering with their marketing counterparts to understand business outcomes so that they're building the capabilities that drive those outcomes. So here at Merkle, we believe that the strategic application of these technologies is a difference maker for brands. And what I mean by that is that we believe that the way you implement your technologies, the culture around it, the way you partner with your business is a differentiator, so much so that it can create a competitive advantage for brands who follow that pathway. So we think you need to be future ready, not future proof, future ready. So future ready technology groups, they move beyond thinking about the function first to embrace that change ready infrastructure, operating models and behavior that again unite that business strategy with technology. And this helps drive growth and change. This all sounds well and good, right? Huh? How? Like, this sounds like utopia. But how do we do that? And especially those of you who have a lot of Adobe platforms already in place, you have the best of the best. How do we take our platforms and make them a functioning ecosystem for our marketing teams to do better? So here's how we think about it here at Merkle. So number one, get your foundation right. Seems pretty basic, right? But a lot of times it's not as simple as you think. And what this means is you have the right tools and data to support your business. You're thinking about those core customer first capabilities and what platforms you have in place, what data is accessible, and making sure that the marketers and the business understand how to use the platforms and understand what data is available to them. Here, a little bit of a pro tip. Um, don't focus on the actual technology itself. Make sure you're focusing in again on that data, making sure it's accessible and that it's democratized, and also the integrations. Everything's connected. That's super important at this phase. The second thing you guys can do as an organization is enable the business. And what this means is think about agile delivery, that you can bring changes, updates, new integrations, new functionality can come online quickly. This is the process to deliver those capabilities to your business counterpart in an automated and efficient manner. Things that fall into this category are like AI, design thinking, like at the atomic level, when you productize your customer experience technology, all of these things help deliver more effectively. And here a little pro tip is question the status quo. Think of reusability and efficiency. Make it the norm, not the exception. Meaning, how can you take a piece of content and make it reusable across all your channels? Don't just be creating fit for channel. Think across the customer journey. The third thing we like to talk to our organizations about is, again, aligning business outcomes to your technology. We like to call this adaptive technology. And this allows organizations to easily move to new customer experiences because the capabilities you're enabling are actually driven by the goals of the business. And what this looks like is enterprise data and technology teams delivering in partnership with the business teams. It could look like IT and business teams are prioritizing capabilities jointly. Think about if you have, your IT ceremonies, that your business counterparts are sitting at the ceremonies, understanding the capabilities, understanding how they can now go and reach their consumers. They have common KPIs, so they're measured by the same goals and the same success metrics, and they have that common language to do this. Our pro tip here is, and I think I just mentioned it, have those marketing teams as a participant in IT ceremonies, understanding how and when things come online is going to help drive that customer first experience you're looking for. And the fourth and final thing that we like to enable our organizations that we work with is thinking about co-creation. Now, this is a big one because it's a process, people, and culture change. This is really where you start becoming future ready. It's the way the tech is implemented, the process of delivery, and the alignment of business to the outcomes that becomes your differentiating factor. And what this looks like in an organization is a culture of outcomes where data drives every decision that you make. The customer is at the center. You're testing and learning and optimizing based on that data. And it's about having the IT and the business teams working in partnership with this data-driven everything culture. And our pro tip here is super simple. Don't boil the ocean. This does not happen overnight, but start small. Use your data to inform a test with a small piece of the organization and prove out the value of this. And then you're going to have cheerleaders. You're going to have the numbers. You're going to automatically become data-driven if you're testing, proving, and then providing that to your leadership. So how does this work with Adobe and Merkle? This is just one example of how we empower our clients, but this was with a large retail client. They had just purchased as well as had a lot of Adobe in their technology stack. They had a ton of data and they were looking to change the culture on how they implement customer first experiences. What we did is we came in and we helped work through how to unite their IT teams with their business teams and implement these Adobe platforms differently. And what did we do? We first started with the data. We understood where all the data was in all its silos throughout the organization. So not just in the Adobe stack, but also in the cloud or in the other databases, where they were doing their measurement, everything like that. And then we thought about the integrations, which platforms needed to be connected that weren't already. And in conjunction with that, we understood all the business outcomes. What were they trying to do? What were they trying to accomplish? And we defined for IT in the business what a crawl, walk, run customer first email journey would be. So again, even though our goal is to go across channel, we started with one channel, again, starting small, prove value. We took that first crawl outcome driven email journey. And we brought the business and the engineering teams together on a prioritization exercise to understand how we were going to go implement this. And then we used that capability blueprint to connect the outcomes between AEP, AEM, and their email platform. We then launched our first outcome once this was implemented and used the results to iterate on our outcomes and prioritize the next set of delivery for our business counterparts. It was highly effective, and now they've moved into other channels. So just starting small went a long way with this organization. There you have it. That's how you think about your customer first experiences, especially within that Adobe tech stack. One final thought, what I want to leave you guys with is that technology, it's just the beginning. Find a partner, unite your internal silo teams, and build your momentum and cheerleaders, and you too can accomplish customer first experiences for your organization. Thank you.